Hey everyone, so I just received my order that I placed with CB World in Albany, Oregon, and I purchased the President Johnson 2 CB radio and the President New York whip antenna. I just wanted to do a quick kind of out of the box look at how this comes, because I did order the radio peaked and tuned from CB World, and I'll do another follow-up video. I might actually just integrate the two of these together with the radio installed in my Mountaineer. So there's the President Johnson, and CB World taped to the bottom of the radio a note from the tech who did the peak and tune on it, just with a couple of tips like talk with this President microphone 1 to 2 inches from your lips, talk in a normal tone, be sure to check and maintain good SWR on your antenna system. Well, the President New York whip antenna, there's no SWR adjustment on there, so no way to adjust the SWR, but I am planning on also doing a fender mount with a fire stick antenna, and I'll just run the President New York as an everyday antenna. If I'm going on a road trip or something, I'll throw the fire stick onto the fender mount, because that could be tuned and paired better to the radio. So the build quality on the New York is really nice. You've got the President stamp on both sides of that, and there is a rubber boot here. Magnet is super strong, and one thing that I had trouble finding when I was thinking about getting this New York antenna is whether or not there's a set screw to lock in the 3 positions of the antenna. So you can see you've got position 1, position 2, which is not quite vertical, completely true vertical. It's still slanted a little bit, and then position 3. And there is no set screw. It does kind of snap into place where you need it to be, but no set screw there. And the coax, it's not true coax. Well, maybe it is true coax, but the diameter is certainly a lot thinner than your standard CB coax going to that PL259. So we'll see how this works. This was really the only option that I could find that got somewhat decent reviews in the way of a very low profile magnetic mount whip antenna. We'll see. And CB World sent a bunch of decals. I did pay for one, and they sent me a couple of extras, so that was nice. Anytime you buy something President, they generally include some stickers. That was the sticker that came with the antenna, and this is the sticker that came with the radio. And then you just got your manual, of course, and then your bag of the mic, all the mounting goodies. I like that the mounting bracket is black. Sometimes it's a more of just a bare metal, so that's kind of nice. I've never had a President radio. This is replacing a Cobra 29 Night Watch with weather, where the front faceplate burned out on that, and it's not worth fixing that Night Watch faceplate. It's very expensive to do that. And I had that radio peaked and tuned as well at a truck stop at some point, and I'm not expecting this to be anything beyond the FCC limits for watts, but I figured it would be worth it just to have them give the radio a once over and do whatever they consider a peak and tune on it. Yeah, so we'll see how this goes, and I'll either add another video to the end of this and make it one, or a separate video once the radio is installed so you can see it in action. Thanks for watching. Alright, so I've got the President Johnson mounted in my 05 Mountaineer, and this was really the best location, was on the center console on the side of it. It had to be angled a little bit because the viewing angle of the screen is somewhat limited. If it was straight flush with the console, it was very washed out. You couldn't really read the display in that position. This is probably the maximum size radio that you could get in here. If it was much bigger, like a Cobra 29 or something, I don't think it would really work. So overall, I like it. I really like the front firing speaker. It's got talkback, the Roger beep. Back when I was in high school a million years ago and getting into CB, the Roger beeps were illegal for whatever reason, if I remember correctly. Overreach of the FCC, which continues to this day. But my only thing that I would want improved on this is the display is quite bright, and at night it does kind of hinder my night vision when it's in the blue or the orange color. The green, which is more of a yellow, is not too bad, but it's really missing a dimmer. I'm surprised there is no dimmer function for the display. I can imagine if you had this in an overhead console in a semi or something, it would really distract your vision, in my opinion. But I really like the up and down on the mic. Just the overall build quality is really good on this radio. You can see just even little tiny details like the strain relief on the mic cord. I still have the protective film on there. And I suppose that if you found the display to be too bright, you could just use some automotive tint or something to lessen that. All right, let's see if we can get a radio check. I'm sitting here in a Walmart parking lot, so we'll see if we can get anybody to acknowledge the radio. And this is again using the President New York whip antenna. Radio check. How about at 19? Can I get a radio check? Radio check. Radio check. All right, so as you can see, there's nothing going on right now. I'm going to be closer to some freight lanes later today, and I'll try this again and see if I can get it on video. But I was able to get a radio check earlier on my way to this Walmart, and I wasn't able to get the driver's 20, so I'm not sure where he was in relation to me. But at least I know the radio is working, so we'll try it again. And I am going to do a range test. I'll start driving a couple of miles and put my camera on a CB in another vehicle and just see how far we can get with this President antenna where there is no SWR adjustment. So it is what it is. All right, thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Let me know if you have any questions about this radio. It's really neat, and there's not a lot of reviews for it out there.